Assalamu alaikum students, welcome to the world of physics. Now our topic is the second application of Gauss's law, and the second application of Gauss's law is electric field intensity due to an infinite sheet of charge. First of all, I will draw the diagram like this. Suppose this is an infinite sheet of charge with a uniform charge distribution like this. So this is an infinite sheet of charge. Now with surface charge density sigma. Here the charges are distributed with surface charge density sigma. This symbol is called sigma. Let P is a point. Let P is a point at a distance r from this sheet, and E be the electric field at this point P. Suppose this E is electric field at this point P due to positive sheet of charges. There are all distributed positive charges on this sheet. Now we consider a Gaussian surface in the form of a cylinder of cross-sectional area A perpendicular to the sheet of charge in this way. Suppose this is the Gaussian surface like this and this. This is the Gaussian surface which we need to find out the value of E at point P. Now this Gaussian surface is just in the form of a cylinder, and we can say suppose this is a sheet of charge like this sheet, then this marker shows the Gaussian surface in this way. You can see it clearly that if it is a sheet of charge, then this marker is in the form of a cylindrical Gaussian surface. Okay, now I want to find out electric field intensity, because in all the applications of Gauss's law, at the end we need to find out electric field intensity. To find out electric field intensity on this Gaussian surface contains four surfaces. Suppose this is surface 1, this is surface 2, this is surface 3, and this is surface 4. For all these four surfaces, out of all these four surfaces, two are these curved faces, 1 and 3rd. These two are curved faces. For these curved faces, the normal is in this direction, and this normal is just parallel to the direction of electric field. So there will be no flux on these two faces. Whereas these two surfaces, like this surface number 4 and this surface number 2, on these two curved surfaces number 4 and number 2, the normal is in this direction, and for this normal the direction of electric field is just perpendicular to the normal surface. I want to find out now the flux through all these four surfaces. So I will write down total flux is equal to sum of all the fluxes, that is phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3 plus phi 4. Phi 1 is the flux passing through surface 1, phi 2 is the flux passing through surface 2, phi 3 is the flux passing through surface 3, and phi 4 is the flux passing through surface 4. As there is no flux through the two surfaces, surface number 1 flux is equal to E dot A, because this is the end phase, and through end phase flux is passing through the surface. When I will take flux 2, that is the curved surface, flux is 0. When I will take surface 3, it is again an end phase, so through this end phase flux is equal to E dot A. And when I will think about the fourth surface, again it is curved, so flux is 0. When I will add all these values, I will get 2 E dot A. This is the total flux passing through this Gaussian surface, that is 2 E A by the two faces of the surface. Now A is the area of cross section, and as I have told that flux density over here is sigma. So by using this equation, charge is equal to, or you can say we can write down sigma. What is sigma? Sigma or flux density is equal to charge per unit area. If sigma is equal to charge per unit area, then Q or the charge is equal to sigma multiplied by area. Sigma multiplied by area. Suppose this was equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Now according to Gauss's law, I will use over here Gauss's law. So I will write down according to Gauss's law. I will write down the equation of Gauss's law. Equation of Gauss's law is that phi is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. As phi is equal to Q over epsilon naught, I will put the values of Q and the value of phi from equation number 1 and equation number 2 in this equation number 3. By putting these two values, as phi is equal to 2EA, so I will write down 2EA is equal to Q over epsilon naught, and for Q I will write down sigma A. So it is sigma A divided by epsilon naught. As A is present on both the sides, so A will be cancelled, and if A is cancelled, it means the next equation will become 2E is equal to sigma over epsilon naught. 2E is equal to sigma over epsilon naught. This is the value of 2E, and now we need to find out the value of E. So to find out the value of E, I will write down the last equation, that E is equal to sigma over 2 epsilon naught, and for direction I will add unit vector that is called R unit vector. This is the value of electric field intensity for due to infinite sheet of charge. This electric field intensity is equal to sigma divided by 2 epsilon naught multiplied by R unit vector, where R is a unit vector normal to the sheet and directed away from it. Thank you very much.